Welcome back to Space of Grace Today, your sister in the challenges, possibilities, and victories on this journey called life. Our hope is that you will find wholesome morsels that will whet your appetite and leave you thirsting for more of God. Gazing across the fence. Being preoccupied with other people's affairs has landed many in debt. Why are we so concerned with what everyone else is doing or eating, driving, and saying? How is it that so much time is spent staring across the fence at someone else's life? We're longing and desiring what they have, instead of taking the time to thank God for what He has already blessed and entrusted us with. The funny thing about that is, people are good at wearing masks. They present well, but their lives, finances, and relationships are a far cry from perfection. Looking back on my childhood, I distinctly remember my dad comparing my siblings and I with his best friend's children. Ooh, I hated how that made me feel. He did it so often that I began to feel as if something was wrong with me. This feeling of indifference lingered well into my adult life, where I struggled with my own identity. As time passed, I discovered that this so-called perfect family had major problems and quite a bit of turbulence with the very children we were hounded to emulate. 1 Timothy 6, verses 6 through 7. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we can take nothing out of it. You see, friends, my dad had spent his days looking across the fences at someone else's story, instead of creating his own dialogue and his own chapter of history with his children. Contentment was absent from his lips, as he failed to see the far-reaching future effect it would have on the very children he was shepherding. Beloved, let us be careful not to live our lives with our faces pressed against the fence, peering into someone else's world. Working on self is a full-time job, so let's not waste our time trying to live up to someone else's standards. We have no idea of the hidden struggles or private pains our neighbors or our co-workers may be experiencing to keep up appearances. 2 Timothy 6, verses 9 through 11. Those who want to get rich fall into temptation and a trap, and into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. Some people, eager for money, have wandered from the faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. According to the online dictionary, contentment is a state of happiness and satisfaction. That means, regardless of what is going on around us, regardless of what we possess, regardless of our status or our net worth, or whatever else is going on in the world, we've chosen to function with an attitude of gratitude, thankfulness, and satisfaction. Why? Well, just look around at all the provisions the Lord has made available to us. And by His favor, we enjoy health, sound mind, and the power to become His children. That is the reason why. Oh, friends, so as we step out into the world to use our various talents, and as we work skillfully in our professions or our businesses, rest assured that God is a promise keeper and He will allow that increase to happen, whether through promotion, business profits, or by whatever means that He decides. Our Heavenly Father owns it all, and it is He who has given us the power to get wealth. Today's reflections, Galatians 6, verse 4. It reads, "Let each one examine his own work. Then he can take pride in himself and not compare himself with someone else." What a beautiful thought today. Our Father is a promise keeper and He owns everything. And it is He who has given us the power to get wealth. I'm excited about that. Your sister in the journey until next time saying, be encouraged. This is your inspiration on the way.